Brad Feinberg here for the Park Sportsbook. Two huge games right now this week in college football. We got the Final Four in college football. First, we're going to talk about Michigan, my alma mater. I'm actually going to be in attendance at the game versus the Georgia Bulldogs. Interesting, Michigan, the number one team in college football year against the spread, 11-2 mark. Michigan was number 6 this year in yards per play. They were number 5 in scoring margin, almost 22 points a game. Tremendous season. But they're facing, and they did have a much tougher schedule than Georgia did, but they're facing a Georgia team that is number 1 in margin, plus 30 points a game. Before that game, they had that horrible game against Alabama. They had not allowed more than 17 points from one game all year. Look, to me, it comes down to this. I just think Georgia, in my opinion, is a better version of Michigan. Both these teams like to run the ball. They both like to play safe with their passing game, and they like to win it with their defense. The Michigan, with their David Ojabo and Hutchinson, has two outstanding defensive linemen. Hutchinson actually a Heisman Trophy candidate finalist, has a chance to be the first pick in the draft. But I just don't see Michigan being able to muster up enough offense in this one to stay within this 7.5 point spread right now on the Park Sportsbook app. I think Georgia, with their defense, is going to contain Michigan. And I'm not expecting this game to be a blowout by any stretch. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. I think it's going to be hard for both offenses to have much success in this one. I think it's going to be close in the sense that I think it'll be around a 10-point game or so. But with the spread being 7.5, the way I'm looking in this particular game is the Georgia Bulldogs. Next, Alabama's facing Cincinnati. Now, this line is 13.5. Now, the question you have to ask in this one is, we have an Alabama team that had horrible performances against Florida, Texas A&M, LSU, Arkansas, Auburn. They should have lost. And now they're facing, a Cincinnati team that a lot of people don't know about. But this Cincinnati team is a real team, in my opinion. They actually do have real personnel, especially on the defensive side of the ball. And they do have a very, very solid quarterback. And this is a team that last year placed very well against Georgia in the bowl game. They only lost by 3 points at the end. But Coach Saban in a big game. This team, Bryce Young showed Heisman Trophy winner in a big game, what this team is able to do. This line, because it's under 14, I'm going to take care of the Alabama Crimson Tide to win this game. I think they win the game with about between 14 and 17 points against a very solid Cincinnati team. I don't think this game is going to be a total blowout where it's 28-0 when we first see it. I think Cincinnati will keep it close. I think they'll be down maybe by 10 through the end of 3 quarters, and then we'll see Alabama exert their dominance in that fourth quarter. I say Bama wins this one by about 14 to 17 points. So my two plays in this game are two favorites: Georgia minus 7.5, Alabama minus 13.5. Good luck this weekend, everyone, and enjoy the games.